What is your contribution as the elder statesman?
No, what we did was to build the younger ones. Like Peter Obi. This Peter Obi going up and down everywhere.
Yeah.
I brought him down. I put him into politics. If he can be godly enough to say the truth. Peter Obi, my family lives in UK. I don't live in UK. I visit. Peter Obi and his family lives about 4 or 5 blocks away from where my family lives. Peter has never done politics before. But what we normally do is that whenever I come from Nigeria, or if Peter goes to Nigeria, we discuss Nigerian politics together. So at a time he asked me, who do we want to put as governor? I told him we're going to put Annie Okonkwo, Aguna Echemba Ojoto. That we are tired of this, so many educated people, they have been failing us.
Yeah.
Peter Obi's reply was that Annie Okonkwo is not a trader. He's an opportunist that sold soap and made money. Then I asked him, can you give us an alternative? He said he has got nobody to give. I came to his house about 8. I was with him till 5 in the morning. So at the time I said, since we cannot get anybody, why don't you run? He calls me His Excellency because of my presidential bid.
Yeah.
So His Excellency, no, I've never done politics. I don't know where to start. I said, I'll give you a platform. He said, how? I said, I'll give you a platform. I was the leader of AMPP. George Mogalo was national secretary then. Yusuf Ali was the national chairman. I now call the chairman Anambra, let Mike Quento. I tried to get him, I couldn't get him. I called Honorable Linda Ibazu, who is the only highest elected person we have in ANPP then. She was in Abuja. I told him that I need to speak to Mike. I didn't want to tell him that I had Peter as a candidate because Linda and Peter are not in good terms. She told me that Mike is in Jigawa on chairman's meeting, that she's going to Jigawa early in the morning. Then network wasn't on then. Now he has to tell Mike to come out to Kanu and call me. So when Linda got to Jigawa, he told Mike. Mike drove all the way to Kanu to call me. I was in UK. I told him it's important because we have gotten a candidate to run on AMPP. He said, who is that? I said, Peter Obi. He said, I have never heard of that name. You don't have to bring a time waster. Yeah. I said, no. We started painting Peter. He has this, he has that, he has this, he has that. So he now asked me, what do I want him to do? I said, I want you to come to Lagos. And Peter was there. That was the following day. After convincing him, Peter now asked me to book 3 rooms in Sheraton, Lagos. I called Sheraton, Lagos. I used my credit card, booked 3 rooms. This thing happened on the 2nd day. You know, I told you we couldn't get Mike.
Yes.
It is when he called me on the 2nd day. Then I told him to start coming. Peter now begged me to start going that evening. When I get to my house, I told my wife I was going to back to Lagos. She said, why? Look at what is happening. She wasn't happy with it, but I left. Ask Mike. Mike took a night bus from Kano to
To
Lagos.
Lagos.
On getting to Lagos, it was very early hours of the following day. Asked me where to stop. I said, stop in front of Sheraton.
Hello, my people. Welcome back to the channel. You already know, here we serve you the hottest and most intriguing political gists from across Nigeria. And today's one, this one get us EBO. There's a video that's shaking tables all over social media right now. A respected political figure, Chief Ohimiri, boldly said, I put Peter Obi into politics. Ask him if he can be kind enough to say the truth. Chief Arthur Eze can confirm this. Yes, you heard that right. That single statement has set off a whole new wave of conversations, arguments, and deep reflections on how Nigeria's political stories truly begin. Before we dive deep, please, my people, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and turn on your notification bell so you won't miss our next gist. Alright, let's go there. So, this video didn't come out quietly at all. The moment Chief Ohimiri dropped that line, social media exploded. Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, WhatsApp, everywhere people are replaying, analyzing, and reacting. Now picture the moment clearly. An elder statesman, calm but confident, saying he personally introduced one of Nigeria's most talked about politicians, Peter Obi, into politics. That's not a small claim at all, because Peter Obi is not just any politician. He is the man millions of Nigerians see as a symbol of hope, prudence, and accountability. So, to hear someone say, I was there at the beginning, I brought him in, it automatically draws attention. And of course, Chief Ohimiri didn't just talk about Obi. He mentioned Prince Arthur Eze, another heavyweight name, a billionaire philanthropist, one of Anambra's most influential figures. He said Arthur Eze himself can confirm the story. That immediately gave the whole gist extra weight. Wow, hearing those words directly from him just adds another level of depth. You can actually feel the confidence in his voice. He wasn't joking. He sounded like a man who truly believed what he was saying. Let's rewind a little bit, shall we? Anambra State has always been a hotbed of political history, from the days of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe to the era of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu. Anambra politics has been a blend of wisdom, wealth, and strategy. When Peter Obi first entered politics in the early 2000s, many people saw him as a businessman trying to bring corporate discipline into government. But according to Chief Ohimiri, that journey wasn't random. There were people behind the scenes who believed in Obi's potential and wanted him to step into leadership. If what Chief Ohimiri is saying is true, then he and Prince Arthur Eze played a major part in convincing Obi to take that bold step into politics. Think about it. That means behind the Peter Obi we know today, there were quiet power players who saw something special in him long before the public did. And this is where things get interesting, because over the years, we've also seen moments where Arthur Eze and Obi didn't seem to be on the same page politically. But this new revelation kind of connects the dots, showing that their paths might go way back. Let's talk about how people are reacting online. Some are saying, "Wetin Chief Ohimiri talk makes sense. There's always a godfather in politics." Others are replying, "No one put Peter Obi anywhere. His discipline and record spoke for him." It's been a heated debate, in comment sections everywhere. And you know how Nigerians can be. We don't miss a beat when it comes to gisting. Memes have started flying around, some playfully calling Ohimiri the original political architect, while others jokingly say every politician get who opened door for them. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your own take on this story? Do you believe Chief Ohimiri really had a hand in Peter Obi's rise? Or do you think it's just an old story being retold for the trend? Drop your thoughts right now in the comments. I'll be reading and pinning the most interesting ones. You see, stories like this remind us that politics is never a one-man journey. Behind every leader, there is always a network of mentors, advisors, friends, and sometimes silent sponsors who believe in the vision before it becomes public. If Chief Ohimiri's statement is true, then it shows how important influence and connection can be in Nigerian politics. But it also reminds us how easily stories from the past can resurface and spark fresh conversations in today's political climate. Because right now, Nigeria is in a period where every political comment carries weight. Every old video, every statement can shape public perception. That's why this Chief Ohimiri clip is making so much noise. No matter how you look at it, one thing is clear. Peter Obi's journey continues to inspire millions. Whether he was brought into politics by someone or he walked in on his own conviction, his impact on Nigeria's political scene cannot be denied. And as for Chief Ohimiri, his bold confession has officially earned him a spot in the ongoing conversation about how our leaders emerge. Sometimes, history waits years before unveiling the people behind the scenes. And maybe this is one of those moments. So, tell me guys, what lesson do you take from this story? Do you believe every politician needs a godfather? Or can someone rise purely by hard work and vision? Let's talk about it in the comments, and please, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you love these kinds of insightful and balanced political stories. Until next time, this is your favorite political storyteller.
He stopped there. It was coming in dusty. So he said, "What is it?" I said, "Come in." Went, I gave him a room here, the bath. Peter came in the morning by 6 o'clock with British Airways. And we had a breakfast together. Or is it, I don't know the airline, but he came in the morning. So we had breakfast. That is when I introduced Peter to Mike, Mike to Peter. That is the first outing.
First contact.
First contact. From there, Peter was asking, what is the problem of the party? Why is he not going up? I told him his front. He started giving the party 50,000 every month through Mike. He did it for about 3 months or 4 months. Increased it to 100,000. Peter. Then I told him, you cannot be giving the party anything without giving the chairman. Otherwise, he will be using that money to solve his problem.
Exactly.
He was giving party 100 and he was giving Mike 30. I then took Peter around. I took him to Abuja. I introduced him to George Mogalo. I took him to National Chairman Yusuf Ali. I introduced him to him. I took him to, what do you call him again? A lot of people. Bashiru Dalatu. I took him to a lot of people. I introduced him around, including, I think I took him to Buma Galadima then. Took him around. That is where Peter got his footing. So he was giving that money, and he said nobody will mention his name. That if they mention his name, Obasanjo will deal with him. That he's the person going for the national ID. We agreed. I was bringing the money, they were running the party. One day he called me. Even Victor Ume, when I started this thing with Peter, going around, the first poster Peter pasted in Anambra is Anambra course or the course. I designed that poster with him in his office in Lagos. I brought it down. I paid people that
Pasted it everywhere.
everywhere. After that, in one of our outings, when we went to address the Laity Council, myself, Benchuk Suwosu, and Chida Abosu, or one of his friends from Lagos, we took off from my house in GRA Onitsha, had a wash and went. On our way coming back, that is when he met Victor Ume. After that, one day Peter called me and said that he needs to talk to me. I said, what is it? He booked a hotel in Asaba. Hotel called Orchid. Booked 4 rooms. Called my Quento, myself, Victor Ume, and himself. At about 11:12, went into a meeting. He said he wants to. Look at the way he called. He said, it's like we are going to Lagos. On getting to Benin, somebody brought an aircraft. We have to leave the vehicle and join the aircraft. The most important thing is to get to
Lagos.
I said, I don't understand what you're talking. He said he wants to tell me that he wants to leave AMPP because a lot of people are not honest that they will come at 11th hour. You know, Peter has not gone to any primaries.
Yeah.
Since started election, has not gone for any primaries. He's afraid of primaries, you know we. So I said, what do you want? He said he wants to go to Abga. I said, how can you do it? I was very angry. After wasting time doing everything, Peter went into the room, called my wife in UK, said that he should talk to me to cool down. Said that the most important thing is for us to win. You know, his sweet talk. After my wife continued calling me, I didn't want to answer call because we're in a meeting. When he called me, I busy the phone because I said I'll call her when we finish. At the time, Peter was the person asking me that I should answer the call. Do I know if there's anything wrong in my place? You know, it struck me, I answered. I said, okay. I took the phone to the room. Say Peter just called him and said that I'm so uptight. And she started talking to me. Are you the person running for governorship? Is it not Peter? Wherever he wants to go, you follow him. So when he finished, I just called the phone. I said, Peter, has he gotten to the stage of calling my wife? He didn't say anything. Anyway, we dispersed. I was angry, I left him. He went to Apuga. By the time he got to Apuga, Apuga has done primaries. And Okenwosu was their candidate. Ikoroka. I mentioned people who are alive.
Okay.
So he came to me and said, what do you do? He knows my closeness with Arthur Eze. He came to me, was begging me. When I mentioned it to Arthur, Arthur doesn't want to hear Peter's name.
Oh.
Peter was disturbing me. There's no way he can get the nomination. But you know, in Apuga or in all the political parties, you can substitute.
Yeah.
After a long time, I took a courage. Ato was in London, I was in London. I go to Ato's house very often. If he prays and see me in camera, he opens. So I told Peter, let's go and see Ato. I know he will be angry with me, but let's see how it goes. I went with Peter. Peter bought 6 pack of orange juice, 6 pack of apple juice. I went to Ato's house. I pressed the bell, tell Peter to get out of the camera. Peter get out of the camera. Ato said, oh, Ogbuefi Orimiri. Ogbagotebe. See Peter. We entered. Ato saw myself and Peter. He was so furious, very angry. I knelt down, asked Peter to kneel down.
Huh.
Started begging him. There's nothing I did not tell him. After about 15 minutes, he called me and said, we should sit down. What do I want? Says to give Peter nomination for APGA. Says it's not possible. That this man has been trying to take over my premier brewery. If he becomes the governor, he'll take over my premier. Ask Peter if you happen to interview him. Peter denied he has not got such intention. After so many talk, Ato picked his phone and called Chekwas Okorie, because Ato was the person that sponsors Chekwas to form that party.
Okay. I was like, he's the founder.
He's the founder. Any person joined after Ato.
Apuga.
Yes. Every other person joined after Apuga and Chekwas Okorie. So Chekwas said, there's nothing we can do. All this. Ato told him, you are talking nonsense. I'm giving you instruction and you are telling me. So after a while, Ato said Peter should go back to, let's go to Nigeria and see Chekwas. If you see Chekwas, you know what to do. Talk to him nicely. Do it. That is how Peter got the nomination to run for APGA.
They have to substitute
The substitute Okewosu.
immediately.
I'm just telling you. Ikoroka. Ask. Okewosu, I think he was the chairman of PDM. He was substituted. It's me that did it. But I found out that after building people, it's not in your start to be, for them to look after you. So I've now resorted to leave politics the way it is. Because I got into politics when you have men, honest men, and men with integrity.
Yeah.
90% of the people in politics, they don't have integrity.
Yeah. So, but I have a question.
Yes.
The question I have is that, were Peter having this politics in mind, joining politics right from beginning, because the kind of passion he just devoted for.
I'm telling you exactly how Peter joined.
Okay.
I can swear on oath if what I'm saying is not true. He never, even he said when he was governor, he said when he finished, he would just go back to his business, what he's doing. Peter is not as rich as people think he was. All the papers he's showing, properties he's showing, is not his property. I don't want to start dropping names of people he bought the properties out for because of their involvement in government. He's not as rich as people think he was.
But what happened to the premier brewery?
It's Arthur's property.
He didn't touch it.
No. That was Arthur's fear. When we convinced him, it has nothing to do with it. I've been answering High Chief even when my father was alive. There's a chieftaincy title they gave me in Yoruba land,
Okay.
in a town called Ipokia, very close to Obasanjo's native town. They made me the Otumba of Ipokia. In Yoruba land, it's only two chiefs that they regard as high chief. The other ones are chief. Otumba and Balogu.
I remember Otumba.
I'm the Otumba of Ipokia. So that is where the high chief came from. And apart from that, I have 17 chieftaincy titles
17.
from 17 different communities.
Do you remember all of them?
Yes, I do remember some. From 17 different communities. So that's exactly what kept me in the level I am. And coming to my town, Oketiti, I'm an Ichie. I'm Onowu in the cabinet, Ichie. And coming to custom and tradition, in the whole other title in Oketiti, I'm number 2. We have 5 different other titles. The first one, whoever is the head of the first one, is the head of other title in Oketiti. That is Ezisi. Whoever is the head of Ezisi is the head of other title in Oketiti. Whoever is the Opala, Ozo Opala, is the second in the whole title. We call them Ndisi Nzenozo Oketiti. So Nisi Nzenozo Oketiti, I'm number 2.
So when you come to OKTT, you guys are decision makers.
We are not decision makers once it comes to custom and tradition.
Okay. You can come to that one.
Yes. Because we cannot say we are the decision makers because we have the Igwe and we have the President General. But once it comes to culture and tradition, we get involved.
Yeah. Yeah. So another question I want to ask you that just come to my mind is that you said your family lives in UK and you live in Nigeria. I can see that you comes home, you participate, and you follow the chain. You are in the chain and all that. So how are you trying to bring your children home? Because your father did it, because that's why you are home. So how are you going to do that?
They are here every year. They just left.
Okay, they were here in this December.
They just left.
Located here.
Yes, we did not come home, but we are here almost every day.
Okay.
You see, I always advise people. I retired officially from business the day I clocked 60. And it's over 7 years ago now. I don't buy, I don't sell. Neither do I do any contract or do any supply. My advice to the young people is, nobody on earth gets all the money he wants before he dies. In a simple saying, onye na-achọ ego amara ego na ọ na-achọ. Maka ịmara ego na ị na-achọ ịchọta izu ike. The watchword is contentment. People should be contented. And people should believe in honesty, straightforwardness, because it helps. You can see most of the young people now carry police along because they are afraid of themselves. I'm not saying bad people are not there. But if anything, most of them are because of either they should change one another, or trying to beat one another, or trying to be faster than one another. So my only advice is that we should try as much as possible, be contented, and be honest. When you ask yourself a question, all this wealth and money we are looking for, what is it for? Is it not for to eat, wear good clothes, probably send your children to school, build a nice house, have a nice car? How much do you need to do that? You don't need all the money in the whole world. You don't need that. You don't need to be Dangote to do it. You understand what I'm saying? The most important thing is contentment. And another thing is to live within your means. Don't do anything because the second person is doing it. Because everybody has his own star. He might do it and get away with it. You might do it and sing there.
Yeah.
So my advice is for us to hardworking, honesty, and face. The most important thing is to be contented.
Contentment is the key.
Yes.